Hello and welcome back. So this is a very interesting update concerning the Duke of Sussex. So we have some information here. So the article came out and it's titled, Sean Diddy Combs was obsessed with Princes William and Harry, but they never accepted party invites. So the article here says, Rob Shutter, who worked for Combs in the early thousands, claimed the rapper kept framed pictures of the Prince William and the Duke of Sussex in his New York apartment. And the article goes on to say that he was a big fan of the princes, but they never accepted an invitation to one of his star-studded parties. And Rob Shutter, who previously worked as a publicist for the musician between 2002 and 2004, told BBC News he was told to call William and Harry to invite them to Combs' events more than 10 times in quotes. However, the royals never accepted the invitations, despite Combs, quote, offering to cover their travel, lodging, and even pay for their security, end quote, Shutter said, per the outlet. Going on to say, quote, Diddy was obsessed with Prince Harry and Prince William. He thinks of himself as a king, so it makes perfect sense that he would like to have these two princes in his entourage, end quote. But he went on to say, they never accepted the invites. Quote, they were never part of his world, end quote, he added. And he also went on to talk about him. This is now Sean Combs, saying that he even kept, as I said before, framed pictures of Prince William and Harry in his New York apartment. So why am I sharing this? Because obviously this is good news that indeed both Princes William and Harry never really got involved with him. Now remember, there was that picture floating around a while ago where we had Prince William, Kanye West, Prince Harry, and of course Sean Diddy Combs pictured in a 2007 event at London's Wembley Arena. And it was notable that that picture resurfaced when Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in September on the charges of trafficking, racketeering, and so many others. And that picture, which appeared to depict him alongside Prince Harry and Kanye, was thrown in the spotlight. And it was also making a lot of rumors to go online, unfounded conclusions about Harry's association, Harry in particular's association with Combs, with a multitude of posts pointing to the series of the images of the two together. And a lot of you pointed out that the press, in fact, some of them had covered that whole situation and they cropped his brother William out of that picture, trying to insinuate that Harry being in this image was of him being at one of those strange parties. But people were brought to the truth. A lot of good attention was put on it by some outlets that had some integrity, which pointed out that the pictures, yes, they were authentic and were available on Getty Images, and they were taken on July the 1st, 2007. But this was at an event honoring Princess Diana, Harry and William's mother. And all the people kept wondering why Prince William was being left out of those pictures that were circulating at that time in the aftermath of the Department of Homeland Security's raids on the rapper's properties. And a lot of you really spoke out against the media that had cropped William out and tried to insinuate that the pictures of Harry and him being together were from, some strange parties that were in question, when in fact, as I said before, the images were of Harry and Combs and Kanye and William at the concert marking what would have been Princess Diana's 46th birthday in June 2007, where William was very present. And it was so strange that many outlets opted not to use the images that included William. And this decision, a lot of people were questioning what was the purpose of it. And of course, a lot of people were trying to draw strange conclusions that Harry was named in a court filing from music producer Rodney Jones' $30 million lawsuit against Combs. And there was no suggestion that the Duke of Sussex knew about, condoned, or it was in any way implicated in the trafficking situation against Combs. So thank you, by the way, for those of you who back then called out the press for cropping out William, for once again trying to misrepresent the picture where Harry, William, and of course Kanye were in the picture with Combs. So yes, Harry did not attend any of those trafficking parties. And it was a huge disservice to a lot of these papers on how they chose to cover that. In fact, cropping William out of that picture in the articles that were run. And many of you were wondering why choose to focus so much on Harry. And of course, there were a plethora of images on Getty where both of the brothers could have been included, and they could have as well stated that the images were from the concert that was honoring Princess Diana. So yes, they were trying to make it sound like there was something strange going on where Harry is concerned, and a lot of you called out many of these outlets. And it has been noted that Harry has been going very hard against some of these tabloids, especially in the UK, going after them through the courts for what they had done to him in his youth, hacking, and also, of course, how he and Meghan have just totally distanced themselves from those types of outlets, and there may have been a retaliatory aspect to this. So yes, it was strange that they chose to only reference Harry specifically, not William. And at least, by the way, some of them did speak up. The Daily Telegraph at the time, I'm not saying they're perfect, but they did report that Harry had only met Combs once and had not attended any of his parties. They did try to put that out there, but it's interesting sometimes when a lie gets out in the press, how fast it can run. Even just the sign of association at the height of that whole issue that was going on with Combs, the raids, and all of that, it was just so ironic that they truly chose to put a high-profile picture of Harry next to him at the height of that moment. And yes, a lot of you guys put the papers on blast. Harry and his brother William, in fact, had never gone and attended any of those trafficking parties. And you know what? It costs people nothing to have integrity. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of William or a fan of Harry, the truth should be the truth. And once again, I will refer you back to that filing where Harry was mentioned. This was the quote, Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties. Affiliations with and or sponsorship of Mr. Combs's trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry, end quote. So basically that meant to say that he was name dropping British royals. And of course, he did have that picture with William and Harry tends to be the one who has more, clout when you mention his name. We've seen this time and time again. Many people in Hollywood, in entertainment industries, when they're asked who would you rather hang out with, they would rather just name drop Harry. He just, he's well known in the press. His name circulates very well in even the entertainment circles. He sells papers. And it's always Prince Harry, right? We all know Prince Harry. He is fun-loving, and Combs used the fact that he had this association with the princes at this Diana concert to, as I say, garner legitimacy. And he said, he had access to them, but in fact, he never really did have access to Harry and William. So I wanted just to share this with you here. And it's an amazing clarification that has come forth, not only from people.com, but many other articles now are running the truth. And we hope that the truth can just be as loud as the lies as well. So guys, amplify this, retweet, repost, share thoughts on this in the comment section. As always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Joanne Garcia, thank you, dear. I appreciate you. You mean so much to me, and I appreciate you for choosing to accompany me here on this YouTube journey and for being a blessing to all of us here on this channel. I love you. Thank you. Thank you as well to you, Dawn Hanson. Thank you for choosing to support this channel tangibly and so faithfully through your giving. I truly love you, and that you are seen, appreciated, and we truly love you here. Thank you for the love and kindness, and I pray for God to bless you. Thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. If you like this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on Twitter or X. I'd love to see you there for more informal posts. Have a great day. Keep it here for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.